Hello there, this is IceViper777 here, in case you forgot who I am. I haven't uploaded anything in a while. You know, I've been doing career mode, IRL, and that's been keeping me very busy. So I apologize, but, you know, what are you going to do? Sorry for leaving you guys out to dry, though. So anyways, I am playing World of Tanks here. And as you guys know, if you've followed my channel for a while, I am pretty much the world's biggest tank whore on Battlefield. And, I figured my tank whoring abilities would translate into World of Tanks here, and I think they have pretty well. I had never really played World of Tanks in the past. I just was always so consumed with Battlefield, and I just kind of figured World of Tanks is just basically tank superiority on Battlefield, which, you know, I never really cared for tank superiority on Battlefield because it just was, I just thought it was stupid because, like, you know, there was no versatility in the maps. It was pretty much just like a flat circular area and you just go out and blow each other up, and it's like, what's the fun in that? And so I just kind of figured, you know, I don't know if I'm going to like it, so I just kind of never really tried it. My friends were always in parties, you know, when I was in the party with them playing it, and they were just all like, you know, tactical and sounding cool and stuff like that, and it made it sound like a lot of fun, but I never really tried it, I guess. I don't know. So I finally got around to doing it and downloading it and playing it. It's free on the Xbox Marketplace on the 360. You can download it free of charge and pretty much get started playing within just a little bit of time. You have to download some stuff and then you're good to go. And it does kind of remind me of Tank Superiority, but it's executed a lot better, and I'm really happy about that, because my biggest gripes, like I said, were the lack of variety in terrain and stuff like that, and you know, the ability to hide. And that's really, when I tank on Battlefield, I'm using cover a lot. I mean, I'm an aggressive tanker, but I also know when to camp and when to push up. So I like using buildings and trees and rocks and stuff like that as cover to kind of conceal my movements and get behind other tanks for a nice flanking position. Or just come up on a group of infantry that don't even know you're there, just pop out of the woods, you know, and that's kind of my style, and this game really does cater to that, and it's awesome, actually. I haven't played it that much, but I have seen quite a variety in the maps, which is awesome. I mean, there's different like times of day and weather dynamics and just locations and stuff like that, which is great. The World War II era, as far as tanks go, I mean, obviously they're not anything compared to like modern tanks. And I was a little concerned about that. I mean, the pacing of it, you know, I was like, oh, you know, Abrams tanks are going to be going like 55 miles an hour cruising around. How fast can a World War II tank go? I mean, it can't be that exciting, but it actually is quite a bit of fun. If you look at it as more of like a tactical game type, which is more my speed. I mean, it's not for everybody. Like, tactical, slower paced games are not for everybody. I mean, if you like thinking about it and like positioning yourself to get a better shot and that kind of stuff, you'll love this game, which is right up my alley. I mean, if you're more of like a fast twitch Call of Duty type player, I mean, I'd still recommend trying it out. And you know, I don't want to give you any like preconceived like notions going into the game that you're just not going to like it, because you might actually love it. You might like that it's a different pace, and I've always liked the slower paced tactical games like Ghost Recon and stuff like that, as opposed to like Call of Duty, so this is kind of my my bag as it is. And plus it's tanking. I mean, I love tank whoring. So there's a variety of tanks as you start out, and they each kind of will suit your play style. Like I said, in Battlefield, I'm always kind of a slower paced, kind of take it as it comes, and dish out the pain once I'm in a good position to do so. And I really like the slower tank. It's the German tank. It's got, you know, able to pack a little bit more of a punch. It's not quite as fast, but it's gonna have a little more armor on it too. And I suck at hitting these long range shots in this game. Like, I struggled with the training mission that you do at the beginning, and I was just like, really, I just could not hit this tank at all to save my life. I think I might have hit him here, I don't really know. But I'm used to like on Battlefield's aiming with the tanks, which I can, you know, shoot a chopper down from across the map, no problem. But sometimes, like, I don't know, just going into different games, it's like, oh, I don't know how much it's going to translate, you know. But my biggest tactic, I guess, so far, it was just to kind of stick with the other tanks that were in the match, because I first off didn't really want to be out alone, and that's the same thing that applies to Battlefield. I like how a lot of the stuff translates into this game from my tanking style in Battlefield, and sticking together is one thing that we would always do on Battlefield. I mean, like Golmud Railway on BF4, if you had like a couple tanks together and the mobile AA sticking behind you guys, you're pretty much unstoppable. I mean, you can take out any air threats, and then you can protect the mobile AA at the same time from other tanks, and it's just sticking together on this game seems to be the most powerful thing to do, powerful tactic. And so I just kind of stuck with this guy. I was a little leery getting into this marshy area because I know it would slow me down a little bit, and I'm kind of exposed here from up above, and I didn't really know exactly where the enemy was. I knew they were kind of in that general direction, but I figured I had this other guy with me, and I had plenty of like places to hide, so it should conceal me. And so I just kind of tried to stick in the bushes and then move up when this guy moved up. And that seemed to work pretty well. I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun with the game. If you want to play with me sometime, just hit me up on Xbox Live. I mean, I'm sure some of you guys have played this game a lot. If you're probably watching this video, you're probably a World of Tanks fan, I guess, because I don't think many people are going to click on it anyway. So if you have any tips for me or anything like that, you know, feel free to leave them in the comments. I have a couple friends that play this game like every night, and they're always on it. And I'm still definitely learning. I mean, I'm definitely a pretty big noob. Like, I don't even really know what this base capture thing was. Like, I thought we were capturing their base, but I guess now that I'm watching the video, I see that it's pretty obvious that like our flag is blinking. I don't know, and I think it's kind of stupid that they can capture it with one guy. Like, that means, like, you know, if all our forces are up. But I guess you have to play defense, so at the same time. So I was more focused on just trying to get kills and like learn how to engage the enemies and stuff like that. That's another thing that's pretty cool about the game, is like on Battlefield 2, and it's the same exact thing. Like, you want to engage other tanks head on. You don't want to have your side exposed or like your ass end especially exposed, because it's gonna be a pretty much unfair fight. You're just gonna lose every time, and most people on Battlefield don't do that. Like, I've engaged so many people, probably like 1 out of 20 people actually turns the front of the tank towards me, and I do it every time because it's like you're pretty much gonna win if you're taking less damage and you're dishing out the same amount of damage to him, but he's got his side turned to you, you know, less armor. And I thought that was pretty cool in this game too. I mean, they actually took the time to research the tanks, it looks like, and I mean, there's quite a variety of tanks. Which I was impressed too. I mean, there's some stuff here I didn't even know existed. Although, I mean, I'm not like a huge World War II tank nerd, especially, I guess, but I do like World War II era, and so that's another thing I do like about this game, is it does kind of feel like you're, you know, in a World War II tank battle. It's pretty legit. So we did lose, but like I said, I had no idea what was going on. I thought we were winning, so I thought we were capturing their base thing, and then I pulled into their base, and it said that we started capturing. I was like, oh, okay, we're probably losing at this point, so a little too far to go back and rescue the base, but, you know, whatever. I had a lot of fun with this game so far, and definitely would recommend picking it up. I mean, it's free, you got nothing to lose, and if you want to play sometime, just hit me up on Xbox Live and we can do it up. Alrighty, later.